People, deluded, I'm back again. As you can see above my head, Arsenal 4, Newcastle 1. My prediction was 3-1 to Arsenal. I wasn't so far off. 3 points, 4 goals. I won't quite say we bounced back against Porto because that's in the Champions League. It's irrelevant. But, you know, after a great run since the turn of the year where the Premier League's concerned, we took a spanner in the works or a kick in the teeth against Porto in the Champs. We're back to winning ways. And I'm happy. You know, I'm not going to put a downer on things, but I think everyone would agree probably should have kept a clean sheet. I think the subs and maybe a bit of tiredness and complacency led to a goal that we conceded unnecessarily. If anyone had to score it from a Newcastle perspective, as long as it's a Haaland boy with Joe Willock, you know, I must admit it should be 5-1. I really thought Smith Rowe scored. The one time Newcastle think about defending and Dan Burn clears that effort off the line has to be Smith Rowe. You know I'm a big fan of his people. But yeah, where the title is concerned, we know it's a big arts pip in Liverpool and City, but we're all with 12 games left. We're all near enough the same kind of points tally, and it'll be an interesting finale to the Premier League campaign. The most we can do is control the controllables we can control, and that is obviously winning the game, getting 3 points, and letting the talking points be the talking points. What I would say is I'm happy for the 3 points. I'm happy. I think we played with aggression. I think we played with intention. I think we played with purpose, especially in the first half. I think we pressed well. I think, you know, considering Odegaard and Arteta's comments about the atmosphere, I think the players were up for it as well. If it was a concert and you're telling fans to buy a concert, it's going to be the best concert ever. We was moving like Beyonce, you know, and I'm very happy. I think Kai Havertz played very well. Kirio even played well. A better performance from Martinelli. The goals will come. Fantastic finish from Bukayo Saka. Kai Havertz, you should have had a brace because you should have scored in the second half as well, but nice to see him get on the score sheet. And what a sexy pass that was from Jorginho, and a lovely equal run from Martinelli and maturity from Martinelli to find Kai Havertz. If I'm a bit spoiled as an Arsenal fan and a bit harsh potentially, I think we could have got some more goals, and I think we should have kept a clean sheet. But we did what we needed to do. We got revenge after, you know, we lost to them at their place. And yeah, we were great, man. We played with intention. We played with aggression. We pressed well. You know, in the first half, they couldn't get out of their half. They're playing out from the back. Declan Rice is nicking the ball high up the field, and all the other players as well. Then they're going long, and we're equal to that. You know, I know they scored, but for the vast majority of the game, nothing to talk about with Gomares. Saliba and Gabriel kept Isaac quiet. Benjamin White was decent. Kirio played well. I know he's conceded, but I think Raya's distribution was good today. And even a couple of times, like I said, low-level Newcastle efforts, but a couple of times he's just reading the game well, coming off his line, just putting it out for throw-ins and keeping things ticking over. You know, I think the start was very good. It was an electrifying start from us. We saw a lot of the ball. The majority of the first half was spent with Newcastle in their own half, and they were, you know, we were like a pack of hyenas. We weren't letting them out. As soon as we lost the ball, we're winning it back. As soon as they had a man in possession, we're surrounding them as well. Big up Jorginho, arguably the man of the match. You know, no, again, Mikel Arteta, Edu, you man were midfielders with the greatest of respect to Kai Havertz, who played well as a striker. You see, when you've got a conductor in midfield, Declan Rice, obviously, you know, Declan Rice and Odegaard, the midfield just looks a bit more balanced, a little more sexier. Is there a correlation with Jorginho playing deeper, Declan Rice pulling out to the left, and Kirio and Martinelli having a better game? I think Benjamin White, Odegaard, and Saka were good, but this was the first time in a while, for large periods of that first half, for me anyways, it felt like the left-hand side was actually the more potent of our attacks and the more clinical, and the one where it looked like something might happen. As I said, we weren't allowing them out. We're winning it high up the field. We knew Newcastle were going to sit in a low block, mid block, very tight, congested and compact. And when we're moving it from side to side, we knew there had to be an element of elegance, but also of patience, people. It's obviously lovely to get the first goal. Saka's delivered. I'll give it Gabriel, but it is an own goal. We know we're set piece FC. We scored 18 goals from set pieces, I believe, this season. You know, whether Gabriel scored or it's an own goal, who cares? It's gone in the back of the net. That's the first one. When we've gone 1-0 up, you want us to smell blood like we've been doing in the last couple of Premier League games. Obviously, Jorginho's an effing fantastic pass for Martinelli. Martinelli, great run, great composure to find Kai Havertz. And this is what I mean about football, is about relationships, you know. Martinelli's made that run, which is great off his own back because he knows Jorginho can find him. Jorginho is waiting for that run because he knows Martinelli is going to find him. You know, it's a good little bit of play. And obviously, Kai Havertz has scored a tap-in. You know, if Kai Havertz scored, you're not doing well enough, innit? Big up Kai anyways. Trippier went to sleep. Lovely to see he had a terrible game being an ex-Spurs man. So at half-time, you know, Newcastle, quite frankly, look crap. They look shook. They're giving the ball away. They're being found out with the long balls when the short passes isn't working. Benjamin White, Kyrgios are not really being tested, but they're equal to it. Gabriel and Saliba the same. And also they extend that to Raya. As my notes say here, we're playing with invention, we're playing with intention, we're playing with aggression. It's lovely stuff. We're winning our first and our second balls. More importantly, the second and third balls, because you have to anticipate that. We're winning our duels, we're scoring goals, we're pressing high. You know, you want to just see us score a bit more, really. You know, the midfield, when you've got someone that plays like you, we need to find a younger Jorginho model, because that is how we get the balance with Odegaard and obviously Declan Rice. I know no two games are the same, but look at the Porto game in terms of our build-up play. There was more of a swagger. We're doing things faster when you've got the proper midfield men in there, really, which I was happy about. At half-time, Newcastle had no shots, none on target, 36% of the ball. We had 11 shots, 4 on target, and considering of the 4 we had on target in the first half, we converted 2 of them. I'm a happy man. You know, in the second half, of course, you're expecting a reaction from Newcastle, which I think you saw in the first couple of minutes from them, because their manager is not going to be happy. Kai Havertz early into that second half should have got the third at the time, people. So yeah, we're doing what we're doing what we need to do, man. You know, it's lovely from Bukayo Saka to send Livramento shot. You have to big up Kai Havertz, Declan Rice, and Martin Odegaard for their involvement. I'm giving the 4th goal to Kyrgios. It's lovely that we're back doing our set piece FC stuff. I think we've got 18 goals from set pieces in that, really. And I think we've got 25 goals from our last 5 games, keeping 10 clean sheets. And in general this season, we've had 18 different goal scorers. Imagine if we signed the number 8 that's a younger Jorginho model. Imagine we get another winger to help with the depth in the squad and a striker. We'll be laughing. Obviously, lovely to see the Highlanders getting some minutes as well, Joe Willock included. The only criticism I could say is, again, we've scored 4 goals. But I might be being harsh. We might have been able to get 4 in the first half. And my biggest issue now is we should have kept a clean sheet. But so far, so good. We got a week off or something up to a point. Now we've got Sheffield United away, which evening fixture, 8 p.m. It should be a quote-unquote kind of tough game. But we've just got to go out there and get the 3 points. It's as simple as that, people. Let me know your thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Peace.
I think